boom, boom, ba boom, 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 ba boom, boom, ba boom, boom. How is it going? La 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 la. Hey folks, how are you doing today? Tonight? Midnight? What time is it? It's late. That's all I know. It's very, very late. Let's chat, shall we? Zumakito. And you guys thought there wouldn't be a live stream tonight. You guys thinking there's no stream happening. How little faith you have. Hey guys. So it's gonna be a short stream tonight. We're gonna go about 30 minutes. Because it is late. If you wonder why we didn't have a stream at our normal time today, we actually had to record a podcast today. Normally we record those on Thursdays, but we recorded it today because Eric's going out of town tomorrow. And the podcast ran later than we wanted it to. I wanted it to be done at 11. Here we are at like 12:42, so it obviously ran late, even though it was just me and Eric. Because we were reminiscing on E3, and it's the next episode of Road to E3, and it's very touching for Eric and I, talking about our experiences, our pitfalls, what we're gonna do different, all this stuff. For anyone who's interested in like the E3 kind of experience, you're gonna kind of hear our experience and what we're changing this time around. Hey, Tim Plays a Game, and Titanium Brain, and Chubby Unicorn, and Zumakito. So we're just gonna we're gonna chat for a little bit, for about half hour or so here. Hey, Dragon Wolf. One thing, you guys can ask questions or whatever. As the thumbnail says, you Q&A, talk about whatever we want. I'm gonna start off tonight by talking about YouTube for a moment, because one thing that caused everything to get delayed tonight isn't just that the podcast ran over. Even with the podcast running over, we would have been done in time to do a stream at a normal time. Instead, what happened is that YouTube fucked me right in the goddamn asshole. So I uploaded 3 videos I think today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had 3 videos today. Or yesterday at this point, because now it's Thursday officially. And everything was fine. So we had our Prime News episode. We had our podcast in the morning. I revisited some rumors at night. It all kind of worked out. But the thing is when I went to add the revisiting those E3 leaks video, somehow it uploaded that video over the top of Prime News. What the fuck? So I was in panic mode. I obviously had the Prime News video, and I got it fixed. I contacted YouTube. They got back to me rather quickly. We got it all sorted out. But it took me like an extra hour and a half to get it all sorted out, to get to get Prime News back up, and then get my new video back up. So because of all of that, I wasted an hour and a half tonight that should have never got wasted. That would have been put towards a video that we were doing right after. Eric and I actually recorded a special video about the Labo, Nintendo Labo. For those wondering where that went. Here is the Nintendo Labo piano that we built tonight, and we were doing a video about it. And of course, some of that went to shit because the video stopped recording 2 minutes in. So we spent 2 hours building this goddamn Nintendo Labo piano, and only got the ending recorded. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Figure something out, I guess. I might have to scrap it and do something different, build some other things, whatever. But whatever. So that video recording got pushed back, which then pushed back to our podcast, and then our podcast ran over, and then now you have this late stream. So everything all trickled down, started with the fact that somehow uploading a completely unrelated video overwrote another video for no reason. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And that sucks today because obviously today I knew it was going to be a lower viewership day in terms of the videos I uploaded today. Or yesterday, I should say at this point. Because our podcast doesn't usually get, a lot. It hovers around 500. Every now and then we have higher, but that's when it's on specific news topics. Now that it's not a news podcast per se, it doesn't get as many views. So Road to E3 Week 1, I wasn't expecting much. Prime News always hovers around 1,000 views. Which is significantly less than individual stories get. I mean, we posted a story about EA predicting 30 million Switches. That story on its own got 2 or 3 times the viewership of Prime News, which also has that news in it. Revisiting the E3 leak, I didn't think that was actually going to get a lot of views. I just wanted to get that video out of the way because I've had a lot of people asking me what my thoughts are after May 7th, so I just had to get my thoughts out there. So I do in general is going to be a low viewership day, but having everything get pushed back for future content pisses me off. I'm on a very fucking tight schedule. It is 12:47 a.m. I usually go to bed around 1 a.m. Takes me an hour to fall asleep, so 2 a.m. I'm just... I'm pissed. YouTube fucked me in the ass tonight. I don't think they didn't do it on purpose, but... a glitch in their system just fucked me over. This is what sucks when you're a one-man show, right? Because you have all this content to work on. An issue like that happens, I have to fucking deal with it. And I don't have anyone else to keep the content going while I'm dealing with it, right? So, anyways. There are some questions. Let me get to them here. Marcus Moreno says, what's up, man? Not much. I mean, obviously, I'm a little pissed and perturbed over some YouTube stuff, but what else? How you turn your piano into a SFX machine? Nice, man. Tim plays a game. Marcus Moreno says, do you think if there's a chance a God of War game could come to the Switch? No. I'm pretty sure Sony owns the IP rights. Or at least co-owns the IP rights for God of War. Nick Figure said, Nate, I thought you said EA had no interest in Switch. Last year, sure. Here's the thing. Just because EA projected 30 million Switch units doesn't mean that EA is putting games on the system. Let's be clear. Projecting sales of a system versus putting games on the system are two entirely different things. Do you know of any EA games coming to Switch yet? I fucking don't. So let's not get on the EA's about to jump on the Switch bandwagon yet until they actually do it. I hope they do, but they haven't done it yet. So you'd figure you would see more support publicly for Nintendo than they give. But instead, EA is kind of, even with their, them projecting out sales doesn't mean anything. They're not projecting out their own profit margin on Switch or something. God, I'm so frustrated tonight. You guys have no idea. No idea how frustrated I am. On top of that, my fiance's out of town. She's been out of town for a couple days, and she won't be back until like 10 o'clock tomorrow. So my kids, man, my kids are driving me insane. I'm avoiding going to sleep because I know when I open my eyes, I have to take care of my kids. This is the only time I have without my kids right now, at 12:50 at night. And I love my children. They're amazing. But it's very difficult during the school year. You would figure it's easier, right? They go off to school. One, we have one child who's not in school yet, so I have to watch a kid all day long. And the kids get cranky. They don't want to listen. There's more things to be responsible about. Whereas in the summer, you can have a day where there's absolutely nothing going on but what you as a parent say happens. If we're going to go to the beach that day, we're going to the damn beach. Instead, I have to work around schedules and sporting events and all this stuff, which is fine. Hey, Edward, thanks so much. Oh. Don't expect this every time, Edward, but just for you, I'll take a swig. Yes, a swig straight out of the damn bottle. Oh, man, Edward. Another $1. Anyways, double donation time apparently. Thank you so much. It's just shit sucks sometimes, you know. On the bright side, my fiance got a long prolonged break from the kids. So good for her. She's about to have them for a week straight when we go to E3, so can't really complain. It's just messes with me, man. Messes with me. How you guys doing tonight? This late night. I didn't know how many people would show up to a almost 1 a.m. stream. I didn't know if I'd show up to an almost 1 a.m. stream. Because, yeah. How about Nintendo this week, huh? Dropping some bombs. Some expected bombs. No surprise, it appears that Bandai Namco is working on the new Smash Bros. Game. Some breaking news for you guys. Bandai Namco is reportedly the one working on the Smash game for Switch. This is based on the fact that a software engineer at Nintendo is credited for environment programming in Super Mario Odyssey. This person previously worked at Bandai Namco from April 2014 to August 2016. His Twitter has been in the spotlight today thanks to a tweet that he made. He says that he worked on the rendering engine that Smash Bros. Switch is built on. However, he left Bandai Namco Studios before production of Super Smash Bros. Began, implying that Bandai Namco is working on Smash Bros. Switch. He has since deleted all of his tweets, including the Smash one, since this is a confirmed Nintendo employee that made the tweet. This isn't being treated as a rumor. So yeah, and there's an image of the tweet as well. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys this breaking news. Breaking news. Doesn't that happen? Let's change the name of this stream. Let's get the viewers up in here, right? Right, let's get them up in here. There we go. Look at that. Let's watch the views fly on that one. Did I see the whole Twitter thing? Yeah. It's almost 7 a.m. What characters do I expect to see in the Super Smash Bros. Switch? The same characters we got in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Plus like 2 more. Ice Climbers. We'll see. There's going to be more than 2 more. But yeah, dude. So Tiago Shinobi, who currently works at Nintendo, tweeted out that he was creating the rendering engine behind Smash Bros. For Switch when he worked at Bandai Namco. Oh boy. So Bandai Namco is probably the primary developer behind Smash. Isn't a surprise. They helped with the last one, which many consider to be the best or second best compared to Melee. So, yeah, Bandai Namco is probably the lead developer of the new Smash Bros. Game. Nice title. Smash, made by Bandai Namco. Breaking news all up in this place. I mean, this is a confirmed Nintendo employee, so this is not like a rumor. Like, guy made the engine. So, I want Goku in Smash. Goku! What? Hold up. I gotta show you this. Where's my Streamlabs? Hold on. I got something I gotta show you. I should probably go to, what mode is this? What mode do I want to go to? Studio mode. I got something to show you guys. Hold on. Display capture. Let's... see if I can get this display capture to work correctly. Sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it doesn't. Alright. I gotta show you guys something. show you guys something up in here. All right, we're going to transition this. All right. So, look at this. Nintendo's releasing a new adjustable charging stand for your Nintendo Switch. Finally, folks. They're giving us a new charging stand. This basically makes tabletop mode easier. Again, Nintendo is releasing a solution to something, to an issue they caused, that you can't charge your Switch in tabletop mode. Good times. Good times. A solution to a problem they created. Oh, Nintendo. Suspense. Suspense. Thank you so much, Nintendo, for all of your love. All of your support. What else we got here? What other breaking news we got tonight? How much is it going to cost? I don't think it said. It said... Oh, there's a link. Hold on. July 13th. It's going to be $19.99 for the adjustable Switch charging stand, which essentially exists so you can charge your Switch in tabletop mode. Again, a solution to a problem they created by basically poor design. Nintendo, you could have put multiple... Like, I understand why the charging port's on the bottom, Nintendo, but you could have used multiple charging ports. There are devices that allow that these days, especially with USB-C. You just need a power pass-through on the top. Anyways, so that's the thing that's happening. Let me see here. We'll turn off that display capture for now. How's it going? Transition back here. How is it going? Patrick Star for Smash. I mean, Pinhead. Jeez. What other news can we dig up here quick and have a talk? Remember, you guys can ask me anything you want. Just like the thumbnail says, I'm just going to Nintendo talk. Oh, yeah, you guys are just talking about the price. Let's see here. Is there any other news I missed over the past several hours as I was being frustrated by YouTube? Nintendo has updated their warranty terms. So here's what Nintendo changed on their warranty terms. So Nintendo said exactly this. This warranty shall not apply if this product has been damaged by products not sold or licensed by Nintendo, including but not limited to adapters, software, and power supplies. So basically, you use third-party peripherals with your Switch. It bricks your Switch. You are not covered by their warranty. I wonder if they fixed the part in their warranty yet where it talks about if people open up their system and break the warranty sticker, that's actually illegal in the United States. They haven't updated that yet, even though the government told them to. So we'll see what happens with that. You asked a question that was never answered now, Fox? I didn't see a question. I said, hey, Nate, how's it going tonight? I answered that question. That's your only question I see, Knockfox. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, it's not. I missed the... Oh, geez, it's hard for you to record something so you do when you're playing. Yeah. Let's see here. He'll get to your comment, Jabby. I just got my Switch a month ago. Is it safe to charge with a battery bank or third-party charging outlet? Yes and no. I mean, as Nintendo just said, if your Switch gets bricked by it, they're not covering it. They just updated their warranty stuff to make it so they don't have to cover it if that happens. That being said, the only power banks that I can personally suggest, this is not a paid advertisement, by the way. This is just personal experience. this one. The RAV Power Extreme series, 26,800 milliamp hour power bank. I have been charging my Switch on this for over a year, and I've not had a problem. There are literally no fast charging ports on this one, although I've used fast charging ports and it doesn't make a difference with Switch. So, yes, power banks like this, this RAV Power one in specific, I could say is probably safe. Now, keep in mind, I do charge the system using the official Nintendo cable that came with my Pro controller. So, I still am using an official charge cord, but a power bank. So that's kind of where my stance is. I have tried charging Switch with other cables. It doesn't seem to charge as fast as it does with the Nintendo one. So I just stick with the Nintendo branded cable, but I use this specific RAV Power power bank. It's actually why it's right here. Because if I'm going to take my Switch and I know I'm going to be gone for a while, I grab this with the cable and the Switch and go. So that's all I can say. That's all I can really tell you, based on my personal experiences. Nintendo is like Apple. Use any third-party item and it breaks your stuff, they will not replace it, and that is perfectly legal in American U.S. law. Hulu Live TV. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, snap. I might be switching TV providers, folks. The North American Nintendo Switch owners who use streaming application Hulu will be pleased to know it has been updated today with Live TV. The Live TV guide is not just on the Nintendo Switch, as it's also been added for Apple TV, Fire TV, and Xbox One. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even know. What is Hulu's Live TV lineup anyways? I currently use DirecTV Now. If they have... Do they have what I want? Well, how much is it, for starters? I don't pay that much right now for DirecTV Now. What channels do they have here? And how many people can watch at once? That's another thing. Oh, they have ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC. They got Big Ten Network for some reason. FS1, FS2. Where's FS? Oh, all channels in my area. I think they have FS Wisconsin. That was the one I cared about because that has all the Brewers games. Yeah, they have FS Wisconsin. So they basically have everything I want. Plus they have HBO. What do they have for kids? Oh, they don't have Nickelodeon though. My kids love Nickelodeon. Huh. Well, do they have my fiance's channel she likes to watch? She likes IDTV's channel. They probably don't have IDTV. Do not see IDTV. They do have the Lifetime Movie Network though. She likes that. And HBO. Yeah, of course. How much? How much do you want? Oh, I think it's $40. What it says. Alright, anyways. Unlimited screens? What? Whoa, that's way better than DirecTV Now for screens. When you're on the go, you can have 3 screens outside of the home watching it, and you can have as many screens as you want at your house. That is convenient. All right, let me read what people are saying here. I stopped using my power bank for my Switch immediately. I think I nearly bricked it because the Nintendo logo popped up and it wouldn't turn on for a couple seconds. Jeez. As I said, Javi89 just subscribed. Thanks, man. As I said, this is the one I've been using for over a year. Works great. Still works. Best power bank I've ever used for Switch. I've tried other power banks. Hulu's $10, yes, but we're talking about their live TV service. Their live TV service is not $10. It's $40. And then you can add on, like, how much is it to add on like HBO and stuff? HBO is $5.99 a month for 6 months. Oh, and you get a free trial. You get a month free trial. And then $14.99. Okay. Showtime does not... Oh, Showtime's $9. Cinemax... Oh, I don't care about Cinemax. Cinemax... The only show I liked on Cinemax is done now, so... You get 1 week free, then $39.99 a month. That's not bad. I think when my DirecTV Now membership comes up, I might get this now because Hulu, I have Hulu on every device, including Switch. And that would enable me to watch TV on my TV, and it's a little bit cheaper than what I'm paying now. Granted, I get less channels, but I get all my sports channels, which is the only reason I have live TV anyways. All right, Godzilla for Smash. Godzilla. David Rodriguez, how is everything going with all the videos, man? Hope you stay doing this full time. Hey, thanks, man. I'm sure you guys have noticed this week. I've really upped my video production so far this week. I'm on a new editing schedule that's obviously working very well, at least based on my content production. Like just looking at just what is it? We're on what, Tuesday, or I guess it's Thursday now, right? Yeah, it's Thursday now. Like if I just go back to, let's say I just go back to 2 days ago, right? I had a Prime News episode, and then I had the paid online service video, which, by the way, that came after a live stream about the service. The following, that night, I then had the rumor about Smash Bros. After that, the following day, which was yesterday, I had the VC is Dead video. I had my reaction to the family plan. I had the EA forecast, and then today I had the podcast, and then Prime News episode, and revisiting those leaks after May 7th. A lot of videos. I mean, just in the past 2 days, that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos. I've had 9 videos in 2 days. 9 videos. God, that's insane. It wasn't so long ago, I was doing like 6 videos a week. 9 videos in 2 days. But you know why? I'm on a new schedule. So I only do Prime News Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So basically, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to get the Prime News episode, and you're probably not going to get much individual news episodes. Hey, Edward Norton. We'll hit the sauce again for you. So yeah, not going to get much for Prime News episode, or much news on those days, but the Prime News. But then you get more editorial content. And then on the off days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, you're going to get more individual videos. Probably like 2 or 3 individual news videos. Which, by individual news videos, perform better anyways. Can't tell, my nose is a little stuffy right now. And all of those videos have performed pretty well. The videos that have performed the worst are basically my Prime News videos. Like, if I base it on viewership, I wouldn't do Prime News anymore, right? So, Prime News a couple of days back only got 682 views. Followed up by the online service thing that got 1.5K. The Smash Rumor got 3.3K. The Virtual Console individual story got 1.6K. My reaction to the family plan got 4.1K. The EA news about the 30 million Switches got 2.4K. Then the podcast. I know the podcast isn't about viewership. That's paid for by Patreon. So we had the podcast at 353. Then we had another Prime News episode at under 1,000. And then the E3 Leaks video, which is on pace to do like 1,200, 1,300 views. So if I want to base it on viewership, and I want to base it on what people want from me, based on what the viewership's telling me, I should be doing individual news stories like crazy and not even do Prime News. But what's nice about a Prime News thing is even though it takes more time, I do it kind of in a 2-hour period, and then I'm kind of done with news for the day. It's kind of refreshing to not have to constantly be refreshing news feeds all day long once Prime News is out, so I can focus on other stuff. So even though it's like today as an example, Prime News happened. We got the revisited thing out and the podcast, and even then I have a video recorded for Labo I'm going to be editing. I don't know when it's going to go up, but I have a video for that because I have my Nintendo Labo right here, piano thing. Yeah, and recorded a podcast today a day early, so I'm ahead on content. I've been ahead on content forever. Holy shit. Would I be interested in buying a remaster of the Xenosaga games if they're released on Switch? I don't know if I've ever played the Xenosaga games. I'd have to go back and look at them quick. Would I be interested? Maybe. Depends on how well it's done. Hey, Duo. It has been a while, man. Finally a Freeman. I hope the channel continues to grow. This is a good channel. Thanks, man. I try. I forget to check out that Prime News video. I mean, that happens. The Prime News videos basically get 1,000 views. The one 2 days ago is actually low for Prime News. Prime News usually gets 1,000 views pretty much to the T. 1,000, 1.1, 1.2, 900. You know, kind of in that range of 300 viewers there. That's what Prime News always gets. Our podcast typically gets about 500 views. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But the podcast is paid for and supported by Patreon. So the viewership on that isn't as important, although I'd like to see more people watch the podcast. It's a longer form piece of content, so there is that. And there's usually always 150 to 200 people watching it or just listening to it. So I have to take that into account as well. That in addition to the 500 on YouTube, there's 200 to listen to the audio version. So 700, that's not bad. That's not bad. Become a patron and support the channel. Edward Norton. Can always count on my fans to push Patreon more than I push Patreon. Patreon.com/Nintendo Prime for as little as $1 a month. Gets you access to some cool stuff. Let's see here. Man, it's a lot of videos this week. My videos in general have been doing nice. I know that there's been some bigger stories. That always helps. Things like the ITC going after Nintendo, that leak or that rumor, I should say, the E3 rumor, Smash rumor, obviously. It's been a good little last week for viewership. Views are up, subs are up. I don't even know what's happening. It's almost like we're a different channel. Look, when I have time to make content with my new schedule, people watch. Who knew? Let's see here. How's the sponsors going? Any new ones? Nope, no new sponsors, Duo. Am I ever going to make another arguing with myself video? Yes. Probably this fall. I have some ideas. Right now I'm focused on my new schedule, and then I have some ideas up here. I also have to get Primecast back in tow this week. So I have a little bit of focus tomorrow on organizing up Primecast for Friday. Because that needs to happen. Yeah, I like arguing with myself series. The Donnie skits. Where is Donnie? Oh, he's on the floor right now. I don't feel like bending over to get him. Oh, Donnie. We'll see if the Donnie skit happens. I'm not sure yet. Again, it's just going to be a little pilot debate with him. I think I'm going to do a debate video with him. Well, we'll see. We'll see. The Donnie video. God. Maybe it works out. Nate versus Donnie. The Nate-Donnie debate. The Nate versus Donnie debate. I don't know. Figure it out. I haven't even started conceptualizing since the stream when we talked about that. Dude, I would misspell your name. Zenith? 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 There's a lot of way to pronounce names. There really is. Hey, you know one benefit you can get on Patreon? The podcast we recorded tonight, if you were a $10 or up backer, you could literally watch next week's podcast right now. It is live on Patreon for $10 and up backers. We actually live stream it to Patreon for $10 and up backers when we record it. So you can not only catch it live, you can watch it after the fact. And we recorded it tonight, and this episode's not going out till Monday. Crazy. Crazy. And I think I fixed the issue with my audio. I don't know if anyone noticed lately, my audio has kind of had a light hum in the background. Figured it out. One of my sons hit a button on my mixer that I never touch, and I didn't notice it was pushed in. And that button was trying to send the controls off to a control room that I don't have. And as soon as I turned that button off, the mixer returned to normal. So, audio issues fixed. Yay! Let's see here. Can't wait for Sonic Mania to release. What? Oh, physical release. Okay. I was going to say, I have Sonic Mania. It's been out. What are you talking about? Oh, physical. Got to clarify that physical release. So today was, or I should say, the past a little bit's been fun. OJ had a stream earlier, Player Essence, calling me out for something I said on Twitter. For people who were following the Twitter thread earlier on, which happens. I said something on Twitter that got OJ to just go off. I said, where was it? Let me find exactly what I said. Gosh, I tweeted. We were having a debate. OJ and I were. I said something about how it's okay to be the hypocrite. Let me find the words. Oh jeez, where is it? Where is it? Oh, here we go. Here's the thread that has it. So I said, it's okay to be hypocritical when you know you're being hypocritical. I.e., I hate microtransactions. But it doesn't mean I've never bought one. It also doesn't mean I didn't feel like shit for doing so. It's why I haven't bought a microtransaction in 2018 yet. I really hate them. But criticism is always warranted, even if you end up paying for something while protesting issues you have with it. Cloud saves and the NES games are enough for me, but I don't like that multiplayer is wrapped in that package. This is criticism for those that don't think the other stuff. Yeah, basically I said it's okay to be a hypocrite. And then I said, I'm not saying I should be hypocritical. I wish I didn't want to play those games online so bad. I wish I had that willpower to resist paying for something I don't believe in, but I'm weak. So no, it's not okay to be hypocritical, but I am hypocritical. Openly, freely admit it. You guys remember me chastising Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze? I don't even know if you could see it up here. Remember me bitching about the price of Tropical Freeze? Guess what I own? I own Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze after bitching that it shouldn't be $60. I am like the king of hypocrites. It doesn't mean, I mean, obviously there is a difference between criticism and stuff. You can buy something and still be critical. Like, that's not, you know, you could buy something but still not like how much you had to pay for it. But yeah, I'm hypocritical on some things. I'm weak. I don't do, like, I think any paid online service that lacks multiplayer behind it is anti-consumer. Yet, it doesn't stop me from buying it. So, and no, before someone says, oh, you're forced into it. I'm like, I'm not really. You can choose not to do it. But I'm going to do it anyways. So, yeah, he was putting me on blast today on his live stream because I'm hypocritical. And I said it's okay to be hypocritical. I mean, the reality is a lot of people are hypocrites. Someone's got to stand up for them, right? Some of us got to stand up for the idiots of the world, including myself, right? I'm a pretty big idiot. I know a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I think I know that I don't. But that's why there's a lot of times I tell people, do what I say, not what I do. I tell it to my kids too. Do what I say, not what I do. Because I know what I'm doing is wrong. But I'm so ingrained in my ways that it's hard to change. Later, John. I had debates on Dark Souls Remastered a lot. So now that my name issue is out of the way, are we talking about Bandai Namco tweet bullshit? We can. Hey man, I just want to say I love your content. I can't wait for your thoughts on E3. Thanks, Monster JJ. I'm glad you love my content. Yeah. We're going to E3 this year, so it's going to be crazy. Going to be crazy. Going to be unlike any E3 coverage I've ever done in my life, to be honest. I've been covering E3 for like a decade. Not at Nintendo Prime, of course. Nintendo Prime hasn't existed that long. We've only existed for 2 E3s. Last year's and this year's. Alright, yeah, we could talk about that tweet stuff. I talked about it already, but we can hit on it again. People are probably tuning in for it. So let's go here. Remember, these tweets are deleted. Man, my nose is really bugging me. Alright, let me get this display capture up here for you guys. So this is what we're talking about right here. Let me F11 this bad boy. If it wants to F11, there we go. So this Tiago Sonabi guy, he actually works at Nintendo. He is an official Nintendo employee in Japan. Yeah, like legit guy. He said he left Bandai Namco Studios before productions on Super Smash Bros. Began. But the rendering engine it is built on was made by me. Hashtag Smash Bros. Switch. What he is saying, that he left Bandai Namco in 2016 to go work at Nintendo. But he's basically saying that he built the engine that Smash Bros. Switch is being worked on while he was at Bandai Namco. Which means that Bandai Namco is the one making Super Smash Bros. Or at least the lead developer. That doesn't mean Sakurai isn't like the guy running the show. He could be. But it does mean that Bandai Namco is the head developer of Smash Bros. For Switch. And the reason this isn't a rumor, is this guy, like, he's a Nintendo employee. It's why his tweets are deleted. He was not supposed to say that. Because everything he tweets and says is representative of the company he works for. So, he said that in response to the tweet earlier today from Nintendo about the competitors. Let's see here. I don't like how AAA games come in loot boxes or other monetization schemes. I haven't bought a game from EA, Ubisoft, or Take-Two since 2012. There you go, Steve. You have the willpower, man. I hate microtransactions, but I'll buy games that have them. Although, to be fair, I don't participate in the microtransactions. As an example, I buy Madden every year. I have yet to spend 1 cent on Madden beyond the cost of the game. Because how I play Madden isn't affected by microtransactions. I don't care about Ultimate Team shit. I care about franchise mode and online play. Neither of which are affected by it. So, thankfully, the things I like about Madden, the things I like about NBA 2K, are not affected by microtransactions. However, it does feel weird buying the game knowing it has them in it, even if it doesn't affect me. It is a weird feeling. Like, I don't know what to do in a situation like that. I disagree with microtransactions being there, but they don't actually affect me, so I keep buying the game. I will not let Lustrous Daybreak go. I don't think anyone's going to let... Like, the only way Lustrous Daybreak is going to be let go is if that actually is the name of the game. Like, if it comes out at E3 this year and Fire Emblem's called Lustrous Daybreak, people's jaws are going to drop to the floor in disbelief. B Vega, how's it going, Nathaniel? Anyone ever played Escapist 2? I have not. So, can't help you there. I'm doing okay. A little bit of sore throat. A little bit of a cold, I think, coming on. Ivy for Smash. Need them jiggle titties. Jesus, Knockfox. Come on, my man. Bravery Default has microtransactions, but hey, they don't force you to buy that on 3DS. Fire Emblem has microtransactions and DLC. Smash Bros. Has microtransactions and DLC. Fun fact. I'm sorry. People don't think buying individual characters in Smash Bros. Is microtransactions. You know what? Let's talk about that. I had this debate on the Smashcast a while ago. But let's have this debate with you guys. Right now. The number one thing I hated about Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS wasn't the varying stages and modes between the two games. No. Or that Ice Climbers couldn't be in because it doesn't work on 3DS. It's that they charged for individual characters after the game release. Now, I understand the whole point of it was the characters weren't ready for Smash at the time. They were made after the game. People are cool with it. But my thing is, they added, how many was it, 4 or 5? I can't remember off the top of my head. They added quite a few new characters. They charged like $9 a character. That's literally a microtransaction. DLC, like if it was just a season pass you bought that got you the new stages and all the new characters, okay, that now we're talking about a DLC package. Whereas that's not what they did. They sold you individual characters because they knew they could do it. And they sold millions of them on Wii U, for crying out loud. To me, I hate that. But they're going to do it on Switch. I guarantee you, Switch was being made in mind to have certain characters held back to release later or to be made later so they can sell characters individually and nickel and dime Smash consumers. And Smash consumers are just going to eat it the fuck up. They're going to eat it the fuck up. So tell me, M-Worder for life, I don't see a problem with it. Okay. Let me draw another comparison for you. Well, I want to make sure I nail this comparison. So, you don't have a problem with it. Do you have a problem with... How do I put this? Do you have a problem with how they handle Mario Kart 8? So Mario Kart 8 added new racers and new stages after the fact through a season pass. A 2-part season pass. We all know the Animal Crossing stuff, the Zelda stuff, etc. This was back on Wii U, by the way. This was all included in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Did that bother you? Just wondering. It didn't bother me, by the way, to be clear. But did it bother you? The reason I ask is because that's exactly what they did with Smash Bros. But instead of giving you a season pass, they sold it to you individually. Now, I'm gonna go look this up quick because I want to make sure I get this right. I added this up a while ago, but the figures are a little fuzzy. So let me make sure I have this. Here's the cost of all the downloadable content. Because remember, I paid $20 for my season pass on for Mario Kart 8 that basically doubled everything. All right, so let's just say you're gonna buy it for one platform, right? We're gonna ignore the increased price for both platforms. We're just gonna assume you are only buying this DLC for one platform. So you got that, you've got plus for that. I mean, God, these are microtransaction prices if I've ever seen them. All right, I'm just adding the total up here for all of the content. Oh my God, this is getting ridiculous. All right. This is getting really expensive. Holy shit. I want to make sure I get this right. I've done this one other time, but seriously, these are literally microtransaction prices. Insane. All right. All right, let's see here. I think I'm almost done. Hold on. Or maybe I'm not. God knows. Only God knows. These are what the prices cost now, too, by the way. They might have been different at launch. Oh, don't forget the, by the way, don't forget the Mii Fighter costumes, by the way. So they had Mii Fighter costumes that you could purchase. Don't know how many people did, but literally 75-cent microtransactions. Hell yeah. Gotta love those microtransactions in Smash, boys and girls. It's okay, because the point I'm trying to say is, I think people are saying it's okay because it's Smash. Is basically what I'm getting at. That because it's Smash, it's okay. Like to have all these microtransactions. This is crazy. Holy shit. Okay. What the fuck? Hold on. This is insane. No way. They did not do this. Holy shit. Hold on. So I gotta get this pricing down. This pricing's insane to me. This is even worse than I thought. I gotta show you guys what they're doing here. I'm gonna have to share the screen maybe. Hold on. Let me add up this now. They did something insane. So well, oops, I cleared everything up. All right. So that plus that. Are you kidding me? No way. They did not do what I think they just did. Oh my god. No way. No way. You gotta be kidding me. They fucking did it. And people just ate this shit up. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Alright. Alright, get this. Get this. This is what I'm talking about when people say it's okay what Smash Bros. Did. Get this. To buy all of the extra content they added to Smash Bros. Individually for one item, $49.88. So you have to spend basically $60 if you got it on a Wii U, $40 if you got it on 3DS. So either $90 total on 3DS for all the content, or you have to spend $110 on Wii U to get all the content. Now, fucking get this. They bundled the content together, right? Right? They bundled certain things. They bundled certain fighters. They bundled all the stages together, the extra stages. They bundled the 6 collection, which included Bayonetta and all that stuff. They bundled all of the Mii Fighter costumes together. Get this. Instead of buying everything individually, you bought everything as a bundle. The bundle costs $65.36 if you combine all the bundles. So if you bought everything with bundles, you're paying more than if you bought them individually. Are you fucking kidding me? $65.36. More than the cost of the game on Wii U. So, but you guys are okay with this. You eat it up. Who gives a shit, right? I'll pay double the price for the fucking game. Who cares? It's less content than they added for $20 for Mario Kart 8. But who cares? They nickel and dimed Smash fans like a motherfucker, and no one's bitching about it. And it's about to happen again with Switch. Probably even worse. Because now they know it works. Now they know they can do it, get away with it, and no one's going to say anything. In fact, they're going to praise them. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you, Bandai Namco and Nintendo, for giving my character, for nickel and diming consumers instead of just offering it in cheap bundles or offering it in a season pass kind of thing. Nah. We're going to give you that additional content piece by piece and piecemeal you to death. Holy shit. Holy shit. If you guys don't believe me, you can go add it up yourself. SmashBros.com. They have all the DLC up for Wii U/3DS. All the pricing for individual and the bundles. The bundle's a worse fucking deal. When have you ever seen a bundle be usually bundles save you money or at minimum cost the exact same as buying things individually? No, not Smash Bros bundles. Smash Bros bundles are fucking you over more. Well, this is what I'm saying. People, how many of you guys are even upset that this happened? Because this isn't DLC. There's a difference between DLC and microtransactions. Microtransactions are little bits of money here and there for small pieces of content. So, as an example, I think the average character individually is like $3.99. That's a microtransaction. I'm sorry. DLC is substantial content. These are where you get to the $15, the $20, the $30 expansions. That's proper and good DLC. Piecemealing out individual characters, stages, individual costumes for 75 cents each. That's what a microtransaction is. It's the definition of a microtransaction. I think people get confused because loot boxes are the hot thing now. Microtransactions have existed forever. That's a microtransaction. They're piecemealing this extra content to you for small amounts of money that ultimately add up to a shitload of money. And people don't think about it because it's $3 here, it's $4 there, it's 75 cents here. Who cares that they just doubled the price of the game for you without you even fucking realizing it? That's my biggest fear for Smash Bros. On Switch. I'm going to have to make a video about this. People are going to bitch at me. No, they're going to bitch at me about it. They bitched at me about it on the Smashcast, so they're going to bitch at me about it again. Let me see. I'm just reading chat now. I was kind of ranting for a second, so I'm just going to read chat. I'm going to leave these numbers up on my computer so I remember. I'm going to write down the idea, too. I actually want to make a proper video about this. Instead of me just, like, randomly saying stuff about it. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while because I'm scared for the Smash reveal. I'm so scared. I do need to make a proper video on this. I have more analysis to do, of course. A little bit more research to do. Remember, folks, you want a complete version of Smash Bros. You're spending at least $90, or you're spending $110 if you had on a Wii U. Or if you really technically want a complete version, you buy all the bundles for $65. Then you also buy Smash Bros. On Wii U for $60. Then you also buy the 3DS version for $40. And then you spend $170 plus, with taxes. Oh, all right. Anyways, I'm fairly certain I didn't spend nearly that much on the bundles. The bundles are right there. Here, I'll give you the individual bundle prices. So, one of the bundles, the all-in-one fighter bundle, $34.93. Granted, by the way, I did individual system bundles. If you you can do the combined bundle and get it cheaper. So say you bought the 3DS version and you bought the Wii U version, right? So you're already in for $100 right there, right? If you bought the Wii U and 3DS version. Then the prices go up. Because instead of giving, by the way, it's all-in-one fighter bundles for individual console. So $34.93, or you could pay $41.93 for both. So now, say you own both, that's $142. Then you could pay $14.95 for it both for the stage bundle, or $10.45 for the Wii U one, or $8.46 for the 3DS one. A little bit of price variation there. The Collection 6, which has Bayonetta in it, and Corrin, and the Umbra stage, and blah blah. By the way, the stage doesn't even have all the stages. That's funny. $15.48 for Wii U and 3DS, or for combined $19.88. These bundles are ridiculous. Mii Fighter costume bundle, $4.50. You are getting charged more money for the bundles than buying it individually. And even individually, it's $50. But nobody gives a shit. It's even more expensive, by the way. I didn't even add up what it would cost if you bought it as a bundle. And technically, if you want the complete version of Smash Bros., you have to own the 3DS and Wii U versions, which means then you should probably buy the bundled versions, which means you're probably spending upwards of $200+ for a complete version of last gen's Smash. Jesus fucking Christ. But people are just okay with that because they don't care, because they don't think about it. They don't think about a little transaction here and a little transaction there. Folks, that's how microtransactions work. They're such small transactions. You don't think about the $4 you threw away here and the 75 cents here and the $1.50 there. But it fucking adds up. That's how they get you. Nintendo is microtransactioning the fuck out of you with Smash. And they're going to do it with Switch. Yes. Okay, as Avenger said, I don't pay for microtransactions. I pay for DLC. See, the DLC you bought for Mass Effect, that was proper DLC. Proper DLC. Proper DLC is worth it. It really is. And I'm not chastising you if you bought that one character. Like, oh, I only spent $4. I bought that one character. Just that one character. I bought Cloud. I really wanted Cloud. I bought that one character. I get it. I get why people pay for it. But goddamn, there's a better way. It's called a season pass, and Nintendo already uses it and gives you more content with it for less money. We got more content in fucking Breath of the Wild for $20 than this. We got more content in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for $20 than this. I know, different genres, different games. You telling me you can't do a fucking season pass for Smash Bros. That includes like 2 or 3 separate bundles of content altogether? But it's okay because it's Smash. Remember that. It's okay. And the funny thing is, too, with Smash, right? The funny thing with Smash is, like, it doesn't even have, like, it has online play, but it's been really shitty. So, it's not even something that a lot of people use. So Smash is basically a high-margin game for them. I mean, they got that Smash for Wii U and 3DS out quick. And it is the best-selling Smash Bros. Series. Like, it's the best-selling Smash ever. No Worder for Life. I got a response for you. He says, here's the thing, though. If we don't pay for new content, we won't get new content. Time and money goes into creating these new characters and stages. But why can't you get that? The company needs to make money off it. Otherwise, they will stop making extra characters and content. I didn't say that they should stop making extra characters and content. I didn't say that they should not make money. You're not hearing me. It's okay. It's okay that you're not hearing me. It's hard to hear something that you're inherently okay with. Because if you're okay with it, you're okay with it. And there's nothing we can do. No conversation we can have that we're going to come to an agreement. I didn't say they shouldn't charge. I said it should be a season pass. It should be bundled together as DLC. But that's not what they're doing. They sold these individually, piecemealing Smash players to get more money than they would make off a season pass. That's what they did. They piecemealed to make more money than they would have made off a season pass. And this is the exact bullshit we chastise every other company in the world for doing. We chastise them for piecemealing their consumers. And Nintendo did it with Smash. And nobody fucking said anything about it. Nobody. I'm probably the first person you've probably even seen even mention that this happened. I'm going to be honest with you guys on something right now. The moment they started piecemealing, I stopped playing Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. Remember how I talked about how I have a weak will? And I do, because I'm going to probably end up going Smash on Switch. But I was so appalled by what they were doing that I'm like, I can't believe this is happening in Smash. After Nintendo showed the right way to handle DLC, they said, fuck it, we're EAing this bullshit. Next thing you know, what's going to happen in Smash Switch. What's stopping them from instead of selling individual little pieces of content to you, what's stopping them from loot boxing the fuck out of you? That's the next step. The next step from this is the logical. Well, instead of you buying a character, you're going to loot box the character now. You're going to loot box a chance for a character. Or you just might get a skin. But that loot box costs $5. It's coming, folks. It's coming, I'm telling you. They already have loot boxes in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. It's coming to Smash. This is the slippery slope. Oh boy. If the game is well received, people will buy and won't have to charge extra new content rather than including from the beginning. Well, here's the thing. I'm all for content being made after the fact. Smash Bros. When it released was a complete experience. No doubt. I'm not at all doubting that Smash was worth the money at launch. Just like Mario Kart 8 was worth the money at launch. Hyrule Warriors was worth the money at launch. No doubt. I have no problem with additional content being made after the fact. That's perfect. That's amazing. Yes. All of the DLC, please. As DLC. Not as microtransactions. Not as individual piecemeal content. Because that's how they get you. That's how they get you. They get you hooked. Because it's addictive. You don't think much about it. It happens with me sometimes too. Not necessarily with games as much because I don't buy a lot of microtransaction stuff. But in real life, I won't think about the fact, oh yeah, you know, I'm out. I'm just going to swing by McDonald's quick and get a McChicken. Do that, 7 times a month. Add it up over the year. I didn't need that fucking shit. Could have went home and ate. Didn't even think about it. I'm like, oh, it's $1. It's $2. It's whatever. Didn't think anything of it. Shit adds up. Now, at least that's providing really shitty, but at least providing subsistence to sustain life. It's fucking McDonald's. Let's be honest, not that great. But at least that provides some sort of useful benefit. Kinda, sorta. And I'm not saying that you guys even regret buying it, right? Obviously. But some of you are perfectly okay. Like, if someone told you when Super Smash Bros. Released that you bought the Wii U version, right? If someone told you would have to double the price of the game to get all of the content that will eventually be available for that game, if they told you that at launch, what would have your reaction been? What would it been? What would your reaction have been if someone said, hey, by the time it's all said and done, if you want the complete version of Smash Bros., $110, $120 after taxes? What would your reaction have been if you had known that? If Nintendo had outright told you? No, we're not talking about $20 DLC. We're not talking about $20 season passes. No. We're talking $50, $60. What if Nintendo came out front and told you that? How would you have reacted when the game launched? Knowing that there's more content coming and that extra content's going to cost double. It's going to cost the same price as the game you just bought. And it's going to be significantly less content. Think about this. You bought it individually to get it the cheapest. You spent $50. You paid $60 for Smash. The amount of content you got for $50 pales in comparison to the game you got for $60. You got ripped off. Totally ripped off. But nobody cares. N-worder for life. You obviously do not play Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, a Nintendo game, has loot boxes in it. They're called fortune cookies. You spend real world money to get fortune cookies that are randomized loot, aka loot boxes, and you sometimes get rare loot. It's literally a loot box, but it's a mobile game, so you'll dismiss it. People will dismiss it. It's a mobile game. They'll never do that in a console game. Just like they'll never do microtransactions in a console game, right? They'll never do DLC and season passes. Granted, I like DLC and season passes when it's done right, and Nintendo has done it right before. DLC and season passes aren't inherently terrible. Sorry, that had to clear my throat. Cold's really getting to me. Just because they don't do it now doesn't mean they won't do it in the future. Yeah. This is awesome. I gotta make a video on this. I don't have time to record it tonight. I gotta go hit the sack here in a little bit. I saw that $1 earlier, Edward, by the way. That drink was for that. I gotta go because I gotta get my kids up. I gotta wake up in like 4.5 hours and get my daughter off to school. But it's been fun. I'll probably make a video on this tomorrow because I'm gonna be pondering it all night, coming up with ideas, different ways to tackle it. Because when I have this discussion in a non-stream format, I can approach multiple angles and actually have a lot more research. Not on the fly, I see to my pants stuff now. I can actually do some real research, and not that I didn't do real research right now, but get more information about these things that are happening that people are kind of sort of not talking about. Because I'm scared a little bit. I'm legit scared. For one of my favorite franchises, one of my favorite Nintendo franchises right now, I'm scared. I'm scared for the future of Nintendo. I mean, the future of Nintendo is bright profit-wise. I mean, if you're an investor, this stuff should excite the fuck out of you. If you own Nintendo stock, a lot of it, you should be excited by what's happening. Because this is how it starts. This is how it starts. Just wait until a Mario game comes out where they start charging you 75 cents per costume. It'll happen, folks. It'll happen someday. Sadly. Looks like loot boxes will be banned in many countries. Some, but right now they're not banned in any of the major countries. Right now, loot boxes are not banned in any of the major countries that most of the money is made in the gaming industry. What's happening is loot boxes might start to be regulated in some of those countries, but the countries that are banning it are not the countries where most of the money is made in the game industry. So right now, the countries that are investigating loot boxes that are the big countries aren't talking about bans, they're talking about regulation. Basically, the government's going to get a cut. Pretty much usually what regulation usually is the government getting a cut. Cookies, Nintendo. Gotta show those cookies, baby. Don't know why it hid that. Cookie, cookie, cookie. And that's fine. Like, the DLC doesn't have to be worth it to you. I liked the Breath of the Wild. Not the first pack so much. The second. The story pack was worth $20 for me. I really enjoyed the story DLC. Be honest in your videos. Don't worry about it. I ain't worried about it. It's something I need to get off my chest. It's been on my chest for years. And then I have the Smash Cast. And the problem with the Smash Cast was everyone that was on that podcast could not see my perspective at all. Part of it is because I didn't come prepared. I didn't have the data. The data's out there. I just added it up right now. I didn't have the data at the time. So I didn't come prepared to have that argument because I didn't know we were going to talk about it on the Smashcast. So I didn't come prepared. So it's hard arguing against people that are okay with all this stuff when you're not prepared with the data. You're not prepared with what this means, what the trending has been. You know, there's a lot of things I have to look at. You know, when did Nintendo start doing DLC? When did they start doing season passes? What games are they doing loot boxes in? Are they not doing loot boxes in? They do it in Fire Emblem Heroes as well. What games are they doing microtransactions in? Because this might not be the only one. I think some of the DLC in Fire Emblem is more microtransaction-esque as well. I have to double check. I noticed something in Awakening, I think way back when, that was like, they call that DLC? It's microtransactions. I mean, DLC is a nice way to dress up a microtransaction. Oh yeah, it's just DLC. It's just DLC. We're just adding DLC. You guys love DLC. Yeah, something that probably 2 of your guys put together in a week that you're gonna sell millions of for $3. Not that it took 2 weeks for them to balance a character. But then again, some of these characters that got added weren't very well balanced when they first got added, so who knows how long they really spent working on them. Some of them even copied movesets. Yeah, no, I hear you, Houdini. I'm not dismissing, like, I think it's Belgium. I think they're the ones that ban loot boxes. They're the most notable country that's done it. But we'll see. Because what matters is the money. If the US doesn't ban it, if the UK doesn't ban it, if Spain doesn't ban it, if Germany doesn't ban it, if Japan doesn't ban it, they're still going to exist. They might release those games without loot boxes in the other countries, but if the major territories that make up 90% of video game sales, probably China now too, allow it, it's going to exist. But we'll see. I hope. Here's the thing. I think loot boxes can exist, by the way. I think microtransactions can exist too. But microtransactions should be in free-to-play games. Because you notice how when I said Animal Crossing has loot boxes, or Fire Emblem Heroes has loot boxes, they do. They also have microtransactions. But I'm not complaining about microtransactions in a free-to-play game. That's how the game monetizes. That's fine. I would rather, Super Mario Run it, pay $10 and have the whole game. But I think it's a valid way to monetize. Loot boxes are a little different because the way you monetize with that is random chance. You are gambling. You are gambling for virtual stuff. I think people should have the right to do that. But I think it being in games that children are apt to play is an issue. For as upset as everyone was about Star Wars Battlefront 2, like Star Wars Battlefront 2 is rated at an age percentage that children shouldn't be playing it. Animal Crossing fucking Pocket Camp, children are playing it. Of course, we're also growing up in a world where children they're accustomed to it. They're growing up with microtransactions and loot boxes, so. But anyways, we'll do a more thorough talk about this tomorrow. Look forward to that video. I gotta head out. It's been fun, guys. I got it written down so I don't forget. I got my documents open for my research from tonight. It's not just Smash. We're gonna be covering the breadth of this. I want to make sure when I make this video tomorrow, I plan to, as long as I can find time, that I make it with as much ammo and information as I have to have a complete perspective. Maybe I do some research and my mind ends up being changed. But we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be a very interesting video, to say the least. All right, guys. Peace out.